Call the police or not call the police? Just tell me which one I need to do.
Yeah, we can't get a straight answer on why both the mayor and the vice mayor quit, but we also learned that this was happening during a special meeting, and this all comes on the heels of 2 use of force investigations involving OSBI.
This is my resignation. I am resigning from the city council.
Both of these resignations happened just after these 2 body camera incidents involving A, an officer arresting a man for walking on the sidewalk too early in the morning, and B, an officer punching an autistic kid after being asked by his parents to help de-escalate a situation. Here's a quick recap of those 2 videos.
I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going on.
That's what we do. We get up early.
You got your ID on you?
What do I need an ID for?
Because I just asked you for it.
I don't need to show my ID.
Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify, because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I don't have my ID on me because it's at the house.
Okay, what's your name and date of birth?
Huh?
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't know, but you can't run. I don't have. This is a state where I don't have to show my ID.
Turn around.
You're going to do this in front of my son?
Yeah, turn around.
What are you doing to my son? This is fucked up. Son, it's okay? What are you rolling me on the ground for?
He didn't want to identify. He got his ass tripped up, put on the ground. People usually have warrants that don't want to identify.
I know, but
Now the next clip is from the exact same officer who still, months later, works for Watonga Police Department.
I just don't want to go.
Santiago, I don't want to slam you down on the ground.
Why do you not understand?
Why do you not understand? It's not me, it's not understanding. You're not understanding.
YouTube won't let me show it, but the officer ends up slamming him onto the ground, putting him into a headlock, and then punching him 3 times in the face. The same officer from the last clip.
Yeah, you know, the controversy surrounding Watonga police officer Monty Goodwin started with this video that you see right here behind me. That's when he kicked down a man walking with his son back in July. Then we uncovered he also punched a child with autism just a month prior. Now we have a statement from the city saying that he's back with the department and people are not happy. OSBI investigated the use of force and the DA chose not to press charges for the July 4th case.
And they are upset. They don't feel safe. They feel there's a conspiracy going on within our police department and our city hall.
Now, after seeing these videos, after seeing the mayor resign, Ron decided to go to Watonga to do some Open Records Act requests, asking for the resignation letters of both the mayor and the vice mayor, but things did not go as planned and eventually ends in Ron attempting to arrest the court clerk. Let's get into it.
And while I'm here, what I'd really like to look at, do you have the meeting minutes from like the last 5 meetings that I could look at real quick?
Go grab the person.
Thank you.
Debbie has actually stepped out. I'm not sure.
So ma'am, so let me explain something to you. I know you're just a water clerk. It is Oklahoma law that the city has somebody to accept and approve and provide records to somebody during regular business hours. And it is a misdemeanor for the city to fail to do that. So can you go back there and find somebody who wants to comply with the Oklahoma Open Records Act and get them up here to talk to me?
Probably the city manager.
Yeah, somebody that's way above your pay grade, so you're not the one denying me the records.
Title 51 states, a public body shall designate certain persons who are authorized to release records of the public body for inspection, copying, or mechanical reproduction. And at least one person shall be available at all times to release records during the regular business hours of the public body. Any public official who willfully violates any provision of the Oklahoma Open Records Act upon conviction shall be guilty of a misdemeanor.
Oh, hey, she's back.
In order for me to process the request, I'm going to have your open records request.
Sure, I'll give you the form, but then you're going to bring it right back to me, right?
It's going to be in a timely manner. It's not a turnaround.
Ma'am, you have the record now. I want the record now. Are you refusing to give me the records now?
Once you...
Ma'am, I can just call the police or not call the police. Just tell me which one I need to do. I'll just call them.
A public body must provide prompt, reasonable access to its records. A delay in providing access to the records shall be limited solely to the time required for preparing the requested documents.
All right, hang on. I'm calling to report a crime. Sir, I'm needing a Watonga officer at Watonga City Hall to file a police report. It's a police report. They're in violation of the Oklahoma Open Records Act, which is a misdemeanor. So I need to file a report against the assistant records clerk for refusing to produce records pursuant to the Oklahoma Open Records Act. which is a misdemeanor. So I need an officer out here to take a report. I'm out here right now. Hello, sir. Hey, I'm sorry. I need to file a police report.
All right, thank you. You as well.
Sure. Juanitra Harper, regular business hours, are refusing to give me the ones that I asked for today. But she's refusing, and Title 51 makes it a misdemeanor to refuse to provide government records to a person that requests them in person. And I'd like to file a report. She's in violation of that.
So the officer goes back to his car, supposedly to get some papers so that he can file this report. But later we found out that he actually went back into the area where the court clerk was, and they planned an escape, like Mission Impossible level escape, to get this lady out of the building and to her car.
We just got these,
Okay.
but we don't have to give this to him today.
That's above my pay grade on the whole.
No, we don't, because I read the ordinance.
Okay.
Reasonable time.
Uh-huh.
So, no, he's not getting it today.
So they have the files in their hands, and she's refusing to give them to him because she thinks it says reasonable time. And it does say reasonable time to produce them. That's how long it takes for you to go and get them, and you have them in your hand. I do not understand. She is holding the papers, saying we have the papers, but we're not going to give them to him because we have a reasonable amount of time to produce them. But you've already produced them. So clearly the amount of time that's passed is reasonable because she's holding the papers. And then of course they plan out her escape.
I'm gonna leave early because there's really nothing I can do. Well, if you leave, go out the back door, make sure they're not back there. Try to get in your car without them seeing you. And go, because if they see you, they're coming after you.
If you go out the back, you'll be good.
So to sum it all up, they're just refusing to give him the records because they don't feel like giving them to him. And to this day, we've still not received the records. But for bonus points, what makes this even worse is they knew that Ron was a licensed attorney. They knew who he was. They knew about all you guys who watch these videos because they were watching his live stream in the back the entire time, as you can hear from this audio.
What's Travis saying now?
Eventually, the sheriff showed up, but he was not very helpful.
You said something about a citizen's arrest.
Yes,
Okay, it's not a felony, so you can't do a citizen's arrest.
You can under Title 21.
According to my Title 21, it says it has
Misdemeanor.
to be a felony. Okay.
Misdemeanor.
Oh,
But yeah, a misdemeanor, you can't do a citizen's arrest for a misdemeanor.
okay.
Ron tries to do the Open Records Act request again in front of the officers, and the officers still won't arrest her for the misdemeanor committed in their presence. This isn't just a problem here, this is a problem all across the state of Oklahoma and across the country of cops not enforcing laws on public officials. As usual, I'll have the phone numbers listed down in the description, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And YouTube thinks you'll like the video on screen right now as well, so if you enjoyed this, go give that a watch. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.